So this is just gonna be a quick update. So if you guys saw my video called The Retirement, just to let everybody know, I'm not gonna retire yet. I mean, my plan wasn't to stay on here forever. This was just gonna be a temporary thing. But I want to cover all these other topics, and until I don't cover them, I'm not gonna retire yet. It could be a long time from now on. And instead of my retirement being a sad occasion, it's gonna be celebrated as a victory against the left. So it's not gonna be that teary eye stuff or goodbye forever. Nah, no. It's gonna be a celebrated thing. We're talking about Wall Street and the Bolshevik Revolution. So if you guys were all early subscribers of me, you may remember this video here.
Remember this fatty fat Twinkie eating porky pig looking motherfucker? He's still at it.
Unfortunately, Primo Spartan doesn't want the video to be out anymore. He wanted to delete the copy of it. So I'm gonna make a video response to Wall Street, to Jason Unruh's video about Wall Street not funding the Bolshevik Revolution.
There's one particular experience that all Marxists seem to have. Sooner or later, you come across a guy who says, Wall Street funded the Bolshevik Revolution. Therefore, even if you're anti-capitalist and you agree with destroying money and destroying capitalism, somehow you're still a part of the Jewish banker conspiracy. Of course, this is thrown at us all the time with, well, really no source for it whatsoever. But they just keep insisting that the bankers, Wall Street, funded the Bolshevik Revolution. Well, I have good news. A friend of mine actually researched the hell out of it and managed to track down the original source for this claim. A book by Anthony C. Sutton, Wall Street and World Revolution, is the original source for the claim.
Wow, let's see how hard it is to find the source that Wall Street had funded the Bolshevik Revolution. Man, that's some groundbreaking research that he had to do. Truly earth-shattering stuff.
How does he know? He cites, and there's only one citation for that whole section.
I have here. Here, right here, there's 44. I'm not sure if anybody could see this, but there's 44 citations, and there's more as we continue where that came from. So yeah, it's not just one source. I doubt a book this thick can have just one letter of one man's opinion one time.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop your fucking lying.
Now that we all know that Jason Unruh was lying, let's give his friend the Free Flow a shot.
Hello, Lewis. Shut up again, Lewis. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Lewis. Please, shut up the fuck up, Lewis. You interrupted me again. What did the Finnish Bolshevik have to do with George fucking Bush?
There's even one point that where the Free Flow said that the Ruscom Bank was never mentioned, and he didn't see it anywhere in the book, even though there's a whole section dedicated to it.
The topic is debunking a really ridiculous conspiracy theory that the Bolsheviks were funded by the Wall Street, which is utterly ridiculous. But yeah, let's get to the point.
I mean, I don't see how, but I would like to hear your word for it.
Those people actually hoarded the Tsars and the Church. They amassed massive amounts of money over the centuries, which the Bolsheviks confiscated.
Yeah, it's pretty true that the Bolsheviks and them did confiscate a lot of money from the church and stuff like that. But the thing is, the Bolsheviks didn't just receive their funds from just certain places in Russia. They received it in lots of places, and Wall Street, unfortunately for you, is one of those places. So And let's say even if Wall Street didn't fund the Bolshevik revolutions, they still got their money somehow. Then you do know that they got funded pretty much on capital money. Money drives from capitalism. So when all you socialists cry and say that capitalism is unsustainable, you're pretty much saying that socialism is unsustainable, considering the fact that socialism has been funded by capitalism for a long time. And now let's see what you have to say again.
Which was used to build up their own economy, their own banking system, funded the Bolshevik Revolution by the Wall Street funding him. Which is total bullshit, because reading the whole chapter, I see no reference to Wall Street at all. Olaf Aschenberg himself is from Sweden and of Swedish origin, and he started by being a banker in Sweden himself, and he expanded to Germany and worked closely together with German bankers shortly before the war ended and the Weimar Republic was founded, and of course expanded to Russia too, and aided the Bolsheviks and the Bolshevik banking system. Now moving to the first part of chapter 4, which deals with Olaf Aschberg being in New York. He went to New York in 1916 to open exchange and trade markets with America. And while he was there trying to open exchange markets and do business with America, he made claims like, quotes, "The opening for American capital and American initiative, with the awakening brought by the war, will be countrywide when the struggle is over. There are now many Americans in Petrograd. Representative of Russia should spring up." Quote end. And in the next part, ironically, it says that Olaf Aschberg, with his own bank, Banken, went to Bolshevik revolutionaries. And yeah, so basically he was taking money from American imperialists.
So for all you guys wondering why I keep skipping over all this part, is because I'm waiting for him to get to the next point. Right now, he's just summarizing what happened in the book. All he's doing is just going back and summarizing it. He's not really like arguing against it. Later on, he's gonna start arguing against it.
Or rather, private bankers, and tunneling them directly to the Bolshevik revolutionaries. So in a sense, he actually ripped American private bankers off and essentially lied to them. Remember that he was a socialist and a leftist, and he strongly supported the Bolsheviks.
So you just pretty much admitted that they were funded by the American bankers.
However, yeah, to the essence, my question here is, how is this in any way connected to the Wall Street? How are private bankers connected to the Wall Street? Do these few private American bankers represent the Wall Street?
Chapter 4 talks about Ashburn getting a lot of millions from wealth, and giving it all and loaning it to Russia from guaranteed trust. And there's even a long read version at the very end, and he's just pretty much saying that he doesn't see the connection and is just wondering, what does a commercial bank located on the Wall Street have to do with the Wall Street?
I don't think so. So yeah, this whole claim and this whole book, how money was tunneled from America or Sweden or Germany to Russia, mainly under the order of Olaf Aschberg, who was connected to all these banks and actually owned many of them himself. As said, most of it came from the Kremlin, and what about?
He keeps saying, one moment he does admit that the Wall Street did fund the Bolsheviks, and then the next moment he keeps saying that it was mostly something else that did it.
Bolsheviks to this banking history, and there are far more banks actually involved, which was founded 1924. And this was finally fusioned or united with the Gosbank, which was founded by the Soviets in 1921 already.
But anyway, this video is like 10 minutes long, and I'm gonna have to obviously like re-edit. I'm gonna have to obviously like edit it down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a ton of links below the description that destroys their whole argument, and good day to everyone.